Still waiting for a big smile out of you. You're up 2-0. What's the story? Are you not happy, or you're only half happy, or?
Still to be happy about.
You're up 2-0.
Job's not finished. Job finished? I don't think so.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Bricks, Blazin takes. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you here with me. I appreciate that. So without further ado, let's get right into it.
SimWorld, what it do is Rick Blaze coming to you live and direct with another episode of Bricks, Blazin takes, giving you the ins and outs of SimWorld, of everything basically surrounding anything. Let's talk about it. You know, I had the privilege of having a conversation the other day. For those who don't know, in addition to my roles here in SimWorld, I'm also a musician. So someone interviewed me on one of their podcasts, and we was talking about music. And it became a very interesting conversation because although what I feel may be common sense, I realized that it may not be common sense to everyone. So this is kind of like a PSA from an entertainment side. And I just want to say to the youth, when it comes to music, I just need you to know that 99% of what these guys are saying is pure entertainment. Again, 99% of what these guys are saying, for the most part, is pure entertainment. They don't do those many drugs, or they wouldn't be allowed to tell you about it. They don't have as much money as they tell you. They don't this, they don't that. They're not running out. They're not running off on the ops for real. It's entertainment. And, you know, me, I understand this, right? And even as a child, I didn't put too much stock into it. I loved it for the musicality side. I was always in love with the music side first, then the words. So when I learn a song, when I like a song, it's because I like the melody, the beat, and the cadence. I learn the words later. So sometimes when you learn the words, you're like, oh, this is some crazy stuff they're saying. But I'm in love with the sound in a way that it feels, right? I just want to let these, hey, young people, don't fall for the banana and tailpipe. Future's not doing drugs like that. Matter of fact, he did an interview and said that he doesn't do more than half the drugs he talks about. So I'm just saying, because there are people who, and this is what I love about hip hop specifically. Hip hop became the number one type of music genre, in my opinion, because it was a genre that was thought to be real. Whatever the person said on the record, they really was about that. They really was them. And for the rest of the world who don't come from where these individuals come from, there's no one to tell them that that's not true. So people became fascinated with these elaborate stories of these different lifestyles that they had never experienced themselves. So people love to partake in it to get a piece of that life. And for some of these people, and to be honest, hip hop starting off came from a very real place. So his origins was, I'm talking about exactly what I'm going through, what I've been through, or what my homies have gone through or been through. So it does come from a real place. But like anything else in entertainment or anything else in life, once money get involved, things get embellished. So it came from a real place, and then all of a sudden, years, money get involved, people start embellishing more and more and more and more, until you got folks who can say the most outlandish things just to be saying the most outlandish things. Well, Ricky, I didn't really come on the show for that. All right, cool. Let's talk basketball. Senior year for a lot of my prep guys, moving on to college. This is where the biggest jump needs to happen. High school to college is where the biggest jump needs to happen. This is where you're going to see some of the bigger jumps from players. Some players average 6 points a game in SimWorld Prep, and they're going to go to SimWorld U, and they're going to ball out. Why? Because they got a tailor-made game for college basketball and for the college basketball system. Again, you're going to see some players who were just role players, bench players in SimWorld Prep that's going to go on to SimWorld U, and they're going to ball out. You're going to see guys who are average players and decent players in SimWorld Prep and going to go to SimWorld U and ball out. And then you're going to see some ballers in SimWorld Prep that's going to go to SimWorld U and become average guys. For example, a lot of positions are going to be changing when we get to this SimWorld U. Some of you guys who are playing the fours, you're not a four. You're only a four in SimWorld Prep. You're a smaller wing or a larger wing on the college level. Some of you guys who are fives, you're not a five. You're only a five in SimWorld Prep. You're going to be a four or wing on the college level. So the things you were able to dominate and get away with, those things may not be true on the college level. Some of you guards, you twos, let me say this. It's very few shooting guards in college basketball that's 6'2" and under who's balling out. Only the cream of the crop at that size. So I said all that to say, that's a mean transition, right? Going from music to college. But I said all that to say, keep your nose on the grind. Keep your eyes peeled. Make a smart college decision because it will impact where you go from there. All right, cool. Before I go, it is February. It is Black History Month, quote unquote. So I can't leave without giving you some Black History fact. Please never forget, for Black History, that D'Lo Brown once held the European title. See y'all next week.